Practice 5 already behind us. It's going fast, so that's 1/3 of the practices, and got 3 scrimmages. A day even with just helmets. So it's going to move along quickly. And all of a sudden, Saturday after Saturday's practice, we'll be one step even closer. So guys, I thought today really did a nice job bringing energy. I thought the physicality was at the highest level. Today was our first day in full pads, as you saw out there. So didn't do anything as far as taking a lot of guys to the ground or anything like that in our full scrimmage stuff that we always kind of end each practice with. But we will get to that here on Saturday a little bit, just some isolated opportunities there to work on that. Guys came back from spring break. We've got a high standard and asked them to be even better than what we were on Tuesday. They definitely brought it, and you can tell it's important to them. They're doing a lot of things to work together to improve individually, collectively, both on their side of the ball and as a team. Questions?
Coach, first of all, we're going to try and introduce ourselves today.
Yeah.
Expect you to memorize.
You bet.
I'm Kirk McNair with Bama 24/7. And I was supposed to ask you about if Uber was making the trip, but I'm not wasting my question.
Uber's a horse.
Tight ends, if you would evaluate them and how you'll use them.
Yeah, the tight end's a really important part of our offense. Always has been, always will be. I would consider us a pro spread type offense, and the tight end is a big piece of that. Controls the middle of the field, gives us extra gaps and run lanes. A guy who can line up inside with his hand down, off the ball, flex out, is smart enough to know protections and can run the routes all part of the tree. That's a big deal in our offense. It's a personnel matchup issue, that we want to try to expose when we get the right guy out there. A lot of competition, a lot of rotation in. Y'all doing a pretty good job. We're getting CJ back here a little bit. He's not full go necessarily, but him added to the mix. So it's been a thin group, but it's with addition now here coming along, and it's a really, really important part of our team, being able to do different personnel groupings rather than just always be multiple receiver sets is a big deal. And the tight end group's always been important in that role.
Too early for names.
Brian Day the other day was talking about the communication between the center, and he said that Seth McLaughlin's problems last year were more about the cadence and stuff like that. Have you noticed anything in that regard, and what have you seen between the communication between the center and the quarterback?
I guess I only can really go off of what we've done right now, and we haven't had any problems there. So we use our cadence, and it's the clap cadence, and so Jalen, all the quarterbacks have done a good job. I think from what I've seen, we haven't really had any problems at all.
Coach, from the next round. Good to see you. It seems like you're having some great success on the recruiting trail and recruiting the South. Is there anything new that you've learned about the process, and what aspects of your program are you utilizing with these players?
I don't think there's anything new. I think our staff's just done a really good job. We did have to play some catch up early on, just trying to build some relationships quickly. I've obviously identify first, and then kind of get in the game with some relationships. And our staff, both on the field staff and our recruiting staff, have really done a good job working hard, being on the same page, and getting these guys here to campus has been really a big deal. And once they get here and they get to know everyone, it's led to success, as we've seen.
Mike Rodak with Bama 247. Just on the recruiting note, you talked about social media yesterday, kind of the importance of that. Just what's your vision for social media and kind of the importance of that in recruiting?
Yeah, we picked up a couple. Well, I shouldn't say picked up. Sounds like we're recruiting them, but we added some staff and really have a vision there, and I think it's a big deal. Not just with the average fan, but with the recruits and prospects that we're looking at, what they like and what is attractive to them, and just trying to showcase our program. Also, just get our message out, them to understand the culture we're trying to build here, and what all our resources are and who the people are that all work here. So Walt Brock is a guy that just stepped foot on campus here this week, and really excited about what I know he can bring through the experiences he's had in the past, and kind of a big picture, but also very detail-oriented vision that he has for us.
Jalen, AL.com. We saw Sterling Dixon and Jeremy Bernard in the black jerseys. Just want to see if you had any update on where they are health-wise.
Yeah, just minor stuff. They'll be back. I don't know if they'll be back on Saturday, but they should be back here next week. Nothing major.
Coach Smooth, for Bama football on YouTube, the headset communication. Since the first pressure, how have you seen that progressing out of everybody, quarterbacks, coaches, how have they progressed?
Yep, we have only 3 that we're working with right now, 2 on offense, 1 on defense. On the defensive side, it's been clean every single time. Today, there might have been one. I haven't identified exactly if he couldn't hear us or what the situation was, but that's the only time. So it was nothing major. I think we got it figured out even within the practice. So it's been really good. I think the key is not use it too much. I mean, you got to practice kind of what that method might be and the things that we're going to be able to utilize it for, but it will shut off based on the rules as we understand it right now. So there's going to be some time period where you got to have all your mechanics, and if it goes out, you still got to have the mechanics in place. So it's been really helpful, letting the coordinators be able to talk directly to the guys that are on the field. That's been a little different than anything we've ever experienced, but it's gone really smooth.
You've got some really young, talented guys in the secondary. What have you seen from them, guys like Red Morgan and Xavier Brown?
Yeah, those 2 in particular, and there's been some others too, but since you brought them up, they've certainly been highlighted throughout this first 5 practices. Red made a nice play or 2 today, and Xavier's been super consistent, really beyond what you would expect for such guys that are so young. So been really positive with those guys.
Alex Garber, 247. One more injury thing. Dehemotis, is there a timetable on when he's possible to get back?
Yeah, I don't know that. I do know, but I think it's still kind of relative, kind of up in the air still. So I'm certainly aware of it, obviously.
And then just offensive tackle as a whole, how do you see those guys developing, and are you getting kind of the numbers there that you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, offensive line-wise, even just if you look at our scholarship numbers, we are short there. And so, you need so many to get through a season. And so those guys are getting a lot of reps, they're getting a lot of work, they're all getting better. Really proud of the way they're just grinding and getting after it each and every day. But scholarship numbers for the offensive line in general, are still just below where we'd like to be going into the fall.
Wyatt Fulton, 500.9. You've got a lot of pass catchers.
No, you're good. You're good.
You've got a lot of pass catchers with different skill sets. How important is that for your offense?
Yeah, it's been really good. Each day you kind of learn a little bit more about these guys, and so something kind of pops, and seeing a guy make a catch a certain way, body control, some of the, just ways that they can release and kind of win off the line of scrimmage. Some of those guys have shown up in different ways. And so, right now we're in install mode. And so it's just teaching everyone the offense. And just, kind of they're all X's right now, not like X's and receiver X or Z, but like they're all just learning the offense. And as we get into specialty packages, and that will really come in the fall, that's when you utilize the strengths that each of them have. But it is important, very important for us to know what these guys are going into the summer, so we can plan accordingly with certain certain concepts and certain packages going into fall camp.
2 more, Anna.
Okay, Anna Snyder with the Tuscaloosa News. I'm just curious, what do you think of the recruiting calendar, in particular the June signing day that's being discussed?
Well, I know there's a lot of concerns, and I think we're a pretty unified group here in the SEC with, trying to just work for the December date right now, and we're good with moving it up. I know in the high school ranks, there's a lot of concern. I think it's a very valid concern that you might have some guys that aren't playing and may opt out if they sign, and I don't know if those are the guys you want playing. I think it's also really good for us for any of those that we want to see play one more season in the fall for our evaluation purposes. I think it's really important. So, everything I think would just get moved up even earlier than what it is. I know there's some reasons why you'd want to do it, but I think at this point, moving it earlier in December is a good move. Just want to be careful not to speed things up more than what we have. But working and hearing from the high school coaches, I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make the game better, make good decisions on the behalf of all of us. And I think right now, moving to June is probably a little too much.
Now that you find yourself in the middle of spring practice, what do you find yourself prioritizing the most, both in the building and outside?
The football piece and the recruiting piece. Getting the staff aligned and just trying to make sure that we're on the same page with what that practice and the execution of a practice is going to look like. That's big. To me, it's getting to know these guys and showing confidence and just acknowledging the growth that we're seeing with them, challenging them to be even better. So that piece with the players, but just the football, really evaluating how we do everything when it comes to who we are as a team, what our identity is becoming on both sides of the ball. And the guys are doing a really good job. We're throwing a lot at them. We're throwing a lot at them really fast. Today was some red zone stuff, and, it just keeps coming, and Saturday will be even more. And we want to try to get ready for a scrimmage to where we can go up and down the field on any down and distance and every part of the field. We can go run plays and see where we're at.
All right, Coach, thank
All right, thank you. Roll Tide.
Thank you very much.